thanks for being here. So, yeah, as you can see, my table is continuing to expand in the scope of what it has here. Here is something from Reader's Digest, Women's Guide to Household Emergencies. You would think it really doesn't matter who has a plumbing emergency or an electrical emergency. This could be handy for anybody. It could. Yeah, so I've kind of lost track of how many 64s I have again. Yeah. So I don't know. You know what? I've just been doing so much in the basement and upstairs. Yeah. And of course, while I was in the basement, I opened up a box and it said on the outside of the box, 2 64s, 2 1541s, test. And I wondered, could it really be? Could it be? Well, it was. Oh, by the way, here's something cool. Look. It's a beautiful front bezel from an Amiga 1000. Beautiful. It has the drive LED ready to plug in. The power LED is not there, but it is beautiful. I'll just set that on this silver label 64. There's a couple of Super Pet boards up there. Anyway, why are we here? Well, it said, I'm knocking into something there. The instructions on the box. Look, there's a bunch of chips. The instructions on the box said that I should test these things. So, I suppose I will. Here's one. Somebody put some tape on there. It's not bad. A little dirty. It's an 8-pin model. We'll make sure the power is off before we apply power. Of course, a 5-pin video cable works just fine. And now, I'll get the power in there. Perhaps we'll get the power in there. Okay. We have power. We have video. Our monitor is on. We have applied power. Oh, look at that. I'm not sure if you can see any of that because of all the stuff here, but it does seem to come alive. Now, somewhere in here, it's funny, look. Oh dear, things are sliding. Here's a joystick controllers, otherwise known as paddles. Somewhere here, I'm suspecting that I have the Diagnostics cartridge. Look. There. It's a silver label 64. Which one is this? Oh yeah, this is my original machine. Serial number S00008990. It is. I must take great care. Now I thought yeah, that's handy. Commodore 64, which I really haven't explored terribly, and in the vicinity of this in the dryer and let it spin some. I was sitting in the other room for quite a while. Anyway, this, I don't know, oh, is a very, oh, where'd it go? Where did it go? This is a very long scarf thing. Made by my sister many, many years ago. And of course that's Commodore logos. Anyway, so I do not have the harness here, but I can plug in, I'm hoping, the diagnostic cartridge, turn it on. And it is doing that it does. So it is testing away. Now over here, there's another 64. Looks a little dirty. And this joystick port is kind of elevated, like somebody reefed on it. This is a 5-pin model. Oh, the case in the back, right here. Oh, that's good, this works. Anyway, the case right back here by the user port is broken. So it may have taken a pretty good hit at some point. I don't know. It looks similar in sort of filthiness. So I think I'll just set it up here. I will attempt once again to insert the power switch is off. There, that is the butchered 128 power supply that fits in the 64. Works just fine. Always make sure you can see what you're doing. Okay, so another 64. We have power, we have video, we will turn it on. And we will see. Oh, no, it did not come alive. Actually, the power LED is not on. It did do a kind of a flicker thing on the screen. See, if you turn on a 64 and absolutely nothing happens on the monitor, it's a pretty good sign that the fuse is cooked. But if there's a flash of any sort, there's a pretty good sign that it's worse. Now the LED was not on. Now, does that mean the LED is plugged in? No. Who knows? I don't know when the last time I looked in this machine, if ever, was. I have no clue. As I say, in a box. screws. Let's just open this up. Ooh. This does look interesting. We'll just set that out of the way. Well, one thing that's promising is, or that I like anyway, is the RAM chips are all in sockets. Now, does the machine work? Well, no, it doesn't. The SID chip is not socketed. 2 of the ROMs are not socketed. The thing I wonder about right now is, oh, boy, after damn near 40 years, these covers can be kind of finicky. And of course, if I pry on it, I could hurt something. This is the thing I don't like about chip pullers, is you gotta kind of get on them and you gotta pull. And invariably, there's gonna be some explosive release of energy. There it is. Oh, come on. Maybe, now that I have this a little bit open, this screwdriver will help. No, not at all. Alright. Oh, yes, there's the explosion of energy. Well, it's an early board. It is. And of course, what's wrong with it? I don't know. I don't know. The power place that I plug in does seem also to be a little farther back than I am used to. Let's see, with it open now. Oh, well, now we're getting nothing. Nothing at all. I wonder if I did not have this securely passed. Oh, now we get a little something. Strange flashing things on the screen. Well, okay. Let us take our cartridge. See if this makes any difference. Usually there is a bit of a pause, but we see nothing. Now, this is also, this cartridge has more than one thing in it. Excuse me while I refer. Dead test. Off, off, off. Okay. So, we have the dead test. Usually I find that if there's really something wrong with the machine, the dead test does nothing. Just checking to see if any chips get remarkably hot remarkably soon. Well, nothing tremendous to report. One thing, of course, that can help is a quick reseating of all the chips. sounds simple, and should be, but of course some of them will be resistant. No, not all the chips are in sockets. The main thing, of course, with this is, you know, if there is any microscopic corrosion, this wiggling will take care of it. It will. Am I going to do the RAM chips now? But I will do the video chip. It is tough to get to. And the other thing I suppose I should do, just because it's wise, is make sure that the chips are in the right way, that are in sockets. Because you never know, you know. So the dead test is showing us nothing. One other thing to note is that it did seem that the LED was, in fact, plugged in, but yet it was not on. So this is still turned on. Well, just for fun, I'm going to plug this back in, because who knows, maybe it was off kilter somehow. Nope. There's no LED. That is strange. Now it could be the LED is cooked. I'm thinking that I should have here, close to here, another keyboard that I could plug in just to see if it makes any difference. But it's funny, as I look at the power switch, it does look kind of like maybe the back two legs don't really have any solder. But is that possible? I suppose anything is possible. Give me a moment. I'm sure if I go away over here for a second, I know that I have another keyboard. I knew it. Just to see if the LED on this one works. And it does not. Well, alrighty. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if, see, the fuse does, at first glance, look okay. It does. Yeah, but is it? That is a fine question. Just looking up into the light. I'm going to shake it a bit, see if anything comes apart. But it looks okay. And when I turn it on with no fuse, there's absolutely nothing. No anything happens on the screen. So I am thinking that the fuse is not the problem. Oh, something happened there. Alright, interesting. Alright, I'm thinking that, remember I said this power switch looked farther back. Excuse me. And maybe it is. Oh, this is going to be, you know what? I would love to have a peek right now underneath here. But I can tell already that I won't be able, remember I said it looked like there was no solder in the power switch. That would certainly take away a voltage probably. But also this power connector does look strange and loose. So I think there may be some trouble. But see, underneath here, there's a shield on the board. And as I look here, I can see that one of the solder things to keep the shield on is loose, but the rest are not. And do I have a soldering iron right here? No, I don't. So, I can't really get in there yet. So, I'm going to put that back on so I don't lose it. And I'm going to grab the keyboard that's on this machine and not the other one. And yeah, the case is broken there. Alright, so does it really matter if I plug the keyboard in to a machine that's broken? No. But I know if I plug things in, I won't hurt things with their connectors. Why is this giving me a hard time? Yeah. Yeah, this case is weird. It's not wanting to close nicely at all. So, I will, of course, explore this further. And if I can just get to it here. There we go. Ah, post-it notes. Beautiful things. Yeah. There should be a pen or some sort of acceptable writing utensil here. Just a moment. But there is not. Okay, so basement find January 2021. Did screen flashes. To me, that's not like the diagnostic thing. That just means when power is applied, it flashes. Power connector and switch suspected. Out. Perhaps this machine has seen a rough life. Perhaps. Alright, well, if I knew, of course, how many computers I had, I would tell you how many 64's, but I've lost track. So yeah, okay, this is the other machine. Basement. Find. Jan. 2021. Works. Sit. Okay. I really didn't try typing anything. Maybe I should. That can tell us a whole lot of things. First of all, it tells us if the keyboard is clean or dirty. Also, if there is trouble with one of the ieee chips, looks okay on the keyboard side of things. It does. The quick brown box jumped. Oh. If I could just type properly. Jumped over the lazy dog. And they seem okay. They do. Alright, well that's good to know. I wonder if while I have this over. Oh. 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 I'm not sure. There are two jumpers on this little board. And I'm not sure if maybe I shouldn't have had those jumpers moved when I tried to run the dead test on the other machine. Always look. Let's just see. Let's see if that, no, that does not come up. Interesting. No. Okay. I believe I do not want to jump, so I drop these. Alright, so I switched the jumpers. Aha, and now up comes the dead test. It usually takes a little while. It does. This is not as extensive a test as the other, but, you know, when it's dead. Okay, so that means that I should try that again on the other machine. I don't think it's going to make any difference because I really think there's no power. Or not. No. You know what? I'm not even going to try in there. I'm just going to let this do its thing. So I can hear the SID chip sing. test. Oh, there, that's better. Yes. You know what, I'm not going to wash this. I think I will. I think I'll hit it with one of those rolling things. Okay, so things are happening over here. It has cleared the screen, which means that very soon the SID chip will be tested. Soon. I think. Ah, there we go. Okay. So, 2 more 64s. One is happy, one is not so happy. Oh. Excavation fine, works, it's okay. Keyboard okay. Dead test okay. I have not opened this, so I don't know much more notice is right about it. Supposedly made in the USA with a not particularly low serial number. Ugh. Alright, well, at this moment, I guess that's about all I have to say about that. I do need to tidy up here some. And of course, down in the basement, still waiting for me, are 2 1541s that need to be tested. They look a little dirty on the outside too. Anyway, that is that here. By the way, this, oh, you can probably see there, that's a video toaster. I've never tested this one out at all. This one says demo copy, not for resale. So maybe it was sent to the dealers or something. It looks like it's had a rough life, or certainly the machine it came out of had a rough life. Anyway, maybe someday I'll check it out. But for today, for now, I have followed some of the instructions on the box that I found. I have tested the 2 machines, and that's about all I have to say. So, I must go back to the basement. Will I find more things? Yes. Do I know what I'll find? No. Not a clue. But the search continues. The hunt continues. Enough for now. Thank you so much for being here. And I'll see if I get a moment to dig more into that not so working 64 and see if my assumption about cold solder joints or broken solder joints is in fact true or not true. Oh, here, just one last thing. Here's something I found. It's a tool. Nothing to do with computers. It says on it, Tomlinson No Drip Faucet Company. So it does seem, I suppose, that this, well, it's either perhaps an advertising thing for the Tomlinson no drip faucet people, or perhaps this is a tool to help you install or tighten up the Tomlinson no drip faucet if it should be dripping. Anyway, why do I have this? I don't know. I have stuff. I do. Anyway, no calls on the phone today. So, onward. Thanks again. Until we meet again, stay safe.